Right now, Kamala Harris close to picking a running mate for her presidential ticket. And a local festival raising funds to help keep local waters clean. Plus, we bring you to New Glarus as hundreds celebrate Swiss Independence Day. That's all coming up on News 3 Now at 10. Good evening and thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Jalen Banks. This is the biggest decision Vice President Kamala Harris will make in the 2 weeks since her presidential campaign began. Former Attorney General Eric Holder, whose law firm was in charge of vetting, was spotted outside of her home this afternoon.
Every car going in and out of the vice president's residence under the microscope as today she meets with some of her top running mate contenders. CBS News has confirmed the interviews include Minnesota Governor Tim Walz, Arizona Senator Mark Kelly, and Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro. Voters from that battleground state believe selecting a moderate could help in November.
I think this will be a close election, so impacting even a sliver of independents or maybe undecided, I think that could bring over enough people to make a difference.
New CBS News polling shows Harris has infused new energy into the race, with the percentage of Democrats who say they'll definitely vote rising to its highest point this year. And she's increased support among key groups such as black voters, younger voters, and women. In the poll, she's also leading Trump on the question of cognitive health.
Crazy Kamala. You know, there's about 19 different ways of saying it.
As the former president tries to define his new opponent, stepping up attacks both personally and on policy.
If Harris wins this election, you will quickly have a Kamala economic crash.
The new polling shows Trump still maintains a sizable lead with voters who say they'll be financially better off with him in office, a feeling echoed by supporters at his Georgia rally this weekend.
I don't vote on personality. I vote for policy. And I vote based upon how it affects my wallet.
And the new polling shows voters believe Trump's policies would decrease border crossings as immigration remains a top issue for Republicans. Harris will be on the road next week visiting key states for the 2024 election. Part of Vice President Harris's Battleground Blitz will be a stop in Wisconsin for a rally. The Democratic nominee will be in Eau Claire on Wednesday and will likely feature that yet-to-be-named running mate. The event is scheduled to take place at 11 in the morning, but the exact location has yet to be announced. It will be Harris's 6th time in the Badger State this year. Switching gears now, let's get a look at your first warn forecast with meteorologist Blaze Keller. Blaze? Are those like crickets I hear in the background? It sounds pretty loud out there.
Yeah. Usually on humid nights, actually insects become a little bit more talkative. And those fireflies, I've seen a couple back here, but I haven't seen them tonight. It's surprising given how humid we are, but maybe they're getting ready. Maybe they found somewhere to hide out because it is going to get cooler as we go into next week, but we got to get through our alert day, which is Monday, for some severe weather. Looking at as early as 3 p.m. to start Monday afternoon and lasting through maybe as late as 11 o'clock, if not early Tuesday morning, as a low pressure system moves through Wisconsin. We find a marginal and slight risk there, the green and the yellow, across all of the News 3 Now coverage area. We found a low, generally speaking, tornado threat, but we have seen even in the green, which is a 2%, the lowest percentage category for tornadoes outlined by the Storm Prediction Center. Even in a 2% day, we have seen this year 3 tornadoes produced across southern Wisconsin. So even though it's low, you have to take it seriously and make sure that you have a way to not only receive weather alerts, but have a safety plan in place as well. Strong winds along with large hail are going to most likely be our greatest threats on your Monday afternoon, along with minor flooding concerns. Let's walk feature track into the morning hours on Monday. We're staying generally cloudy, which will lessen our chances, but not completely get rid of that severe weather threat later Monday afternoon. We're going to watch where that warm front sets up, as that's going to be the forcing mechanism, and you're seeing it there as we go into the 9 o'clock time frame Monday for those severe thunderstorms. But we could also see some severe thunderstorms even as we cross the midnight hour going into Tuesday. So make sure you're staying with News 3 Now. We'll keep you updated. We're going to track out that cool down that I mentioned in the full forecast.
All right, Blaze, we'll see you then. For 4 years now, the Strip Mall Carnival has been bringing community spirit to Madison's East Side, all for a good cause. The event has all of the makings of some summer fun. Carnival games, cocktails, prizes, and food and drinks from local vendors. It brought people together from all over the Dane County area to support keeping our local water clean.
We get community members from all over Dane County, but particularly the chain of lakes, you know, Lake Mendota, Lake Monona, and down the waterways here. A lot of people who care about that love to come through here, drink cocktails with us, and of course, dunk some business owners, play some other fun carnival games as well.
The event raised money for Clean Lakes Alliance, a local nonprofit that cleans and protects waterways in the area. Out in New Glarus, hundreds of people gathered for a celebration of Swiss independence. They call it Volksfest. And our Merrill Hubbard talked to Swiss musicians to learn more about Swiss culture.
Swiss Independence Day is August 1st, and I'm out here in New Glarus where they're celebrating with traditional food, native drinks, and of course the singing. As you'd expect at a Swiss festival, there are veal brats, Botticow beer, and plenty of traditional memorabilia.
Some of these are from Switzerland, some are from North America.
What you may not see right away, though, is the history, the Swiss roots that make New Glarus the village that it is today.
It's one of the only towns that I know of that can trace its lineage back to a single day.
Also known as America's Little Switzerland, New Glarus was founded in 1845 by a group of Swiss settlers. So Volksfest is the staple event to remind people of the heritage.
It's amazing that such a small community of New Glarus has such a rich history, both in Swiss tradition, but also in music.
So for us, it's just like a great way to be part of the community and to just share music with each other and to share music back with our community and keep like Swiss culture alive. I think is so important and so unique to New Glarus.
Singing groups of all ages showcase their Swiss skills, bringing people together to show how history comes to life through music.
Playing music has just been something I've been passionate and loved my whole life. So when I moved to New Glarus 9 years ago, my partner and I, we instantly got into the local music scene and the Yodel Club and the men's choir.
To keep the tradition going, Volksfest happens every year on the first weekend of August, and all are welcome.
So Swiss is my adopted heritage for moving here. So it's just something that like our whole community gets behind.
We saw singing groups from all over Wisconsin today, so if you want to keep up with them, you can look up their information on channel3000.com. Reporting in New Glarus, Merrill Hubbard, News 3 Now.
Merrill, thank you. There are tons of organizations and businesses that help out Volksfest together every single year. You can learn more about them through the New Glarus Chamber of Commerce. The Janesville Police Department say a man disguised as a tree trimmer lured a victim out of their home today, letting another man steal multiple things from inside. JPD says an unknown Hispanic man working for Jose's Tree Service knocked on the victim's door, claiming he was there to trim trees for the city of Janesville, and led the victim to the backyard to view the trees that were going to be cut. After luring the victim away from the open front door, JPD says a second unknown suspect entered the home, stealing multiple items. Both perpetrators left the area in a white van. And JPD says the investigation is ongoing. And 2 Madison men are in custody this morning following a chase. Monona Police says it happened about 12:10 this morning. They were helping other departments in the chase when they spotted the vehicle on Cottage Grove Road. Monona Police tried to stop the vehicle but were unable to. The chase continued until the vehicle went down on a dead end in the Senecan Circle. The vehicle came to a stop, then 2 people inside the vehicle began running. The passenger was arrested and eventually a K-9 apprehended the driver of the vehicle. The driver was then taken to an area hospital for a dog bite wound on the leg. During that chase, a Monona officer had hit a parked car. Fortunately, no one was injured. Florida and Georgia are bracing for what could become a Category 1 hurricane. Tropical storm Debbie is expected to intensify before making landfall tonight into Monday morning. Authorities in Florida, Georgia, and South Carolina are urging people to prepare. Jen Sullivan is tracking the storm and has details on the damage it might make.
Parts of Florida already dealing with heavy rain as the Sunshine State braces for the full impact of Tropical Storm Debbie.
We're going to be into a catastrophic rain situation.
Near record warm temperatures in the Gulf of Mexico are slowing the storm system, helping it gain strength before making landfall near Big Bend late Sunday night into Monday morning.
The hazards in this situation are going to be tornadoes, strong wind gusts, inland flooding, and possible impacts well outside of the center of the storm.
The city of Tampa giving out free sandbags to residents the past few days. The area is expecting 3 to 5 feet of storm surge on top of record rainfall.
and I'm grateful for all these guys that are doing this for us.
Some areas of Florida could see up to 30 inches of rain.
This is a big storm. I mean, you're going to have rain that's going to be far beyond the center of the storm.
Florida Governor Ron DeSantis declaring a state of emergency and the state's National Guard on standby. The storm could dump up to 20 inches of rain on Georgia and the Carolinas over the next few days. Georgia and South Carolina also under a state of emergency Sunday. I'm Jen Sullivan reporting.
California firefighters continue to battle the spread of a wildfire that has now become the 4th largest in state history. The fire has now been burning for over a week, setting more than 400,000 acres of flame. That's larger than the city of Los Angeles. Workers say they're now taking advantage of possible rainy weather to limit the spread.
Our intent is to get just as close as we possibly can to the active edge of the fire and try to stop it where it is, using these conditions to our advantage to slow down the movement of this fire.
The fire was allegedly started by an arsonist near Chico, California on July 24th. Still to come on News 3 Now at 10. With an overwhelming number of choices of headphones on the market, Consumer Reports has your back, helping you pick which ones are the best ones for your needs.
Drive into summer with a new Honda. Heading out for a day at the beach or a weekend in the mountains. Make an impression with the unmistakable style of the HR-V, or turn heads in the sporty Civic. And when you drive a Honda, you're driving with the 2024 Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com Best Value brand. So act now to get an offer you'll love. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or hurry into the Honda Summer Event.
The Sun Prairie Sweet Corn Festival runs August 14th through the 18th. The famous 80 tons of steamed corn, rolled in butter and lightly salted, is served Saturday and Sunday only. Visit sunprairiecornfest.com for complete details and hotel discounts.
It's their classic rock that brings audiences to their feet. It's Blue Oyster Cult, performing live Saturday, August 31st at Ho-Chunk Gaming, Wisconsin Dells. Tickets on sale now through Ticketmaster. Over 5 decades of music, thrilling fans everywhere. It's Blue Oyster Cult, August 31st at Ho-Chunk Gaming, Wisconsin Dells. Your odds are better here.
You can visibly eliminate wrinkles and under eye bags in 10 minutes with results that last up to 10 hours without needles and without surgery. Plexiderm does it for only $14.95. Visit plexidermtrial.com.
Denver Mattress has always believed in investing right here with American-made mattresses built with unrivaled quality and sold at factory direct prices, because improving your sleep life should always be easy and affordable. And during the anniversary 4-day super sale, the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Get up to $300 off our Doctor's Choice lineup, or get 60 months no interest and free shipping. Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right mattress.
You'll soon vote on 2 misleading constitutional amendments. They're designed to trick voters into eliminating checks and balances in our government. It's a power grab to give the MAGA politicians in the legislature the sole power to distribute emergency funding. They gerrymander, deny elections, and push abortion bans. Don't give MAGA politicians the sole power. Vote no to questions 1 and 2.
Kids will be back in school before we know it, and we want to make sure they're ready.
That's why the Boys and Girls Clubs of Dane County and News 3 Now are collecting school supplies for area students.
Monday, August 5th, please help us stuff the bus.
We'll be at Metcalf's Market, Hilldale location. Just look for the school bus.
Visit channel3000.com for details, and then stop by August 5th to help us
stuff the bus.
Sponsored by Midwest Financial Group, Lamer's Bus Lines, and Metcalf's Market.
On the Jennifer Hudson Show, Chelsea Handler has had it.
I have people I want to be alone with, and I can't do that with my family.
What kind of people you want to be alone with?
You know what I'm talking about.
On the next Jennifer Hudson Show at 3. You're watching News 3 Now at 10. Moving forward.
For people who can't go anywhere without listening to their favorite music, podcast, or audiobook, headphones are a must. But with so many different types on the market, choosing can be challenging. Consumer Reports shares advice for choosing the right headphones.
These songs help me set the tempo for my ride.
And it keeps me focused when I'm working out.
Whether you're heading to the gym for a workout or out of town, if music or other audio is a must, there are headphones for every activity.
There's so much finesse in the types that are available today that give most consumers a lot of choices for a wide variety of activities.
When Consumer Reports tests headphones, its experts look at sound quality, fit, and noise reduction. But choosing a pair also involves a lot of personal preference.
Look for what suits you best, whether it has all the specifics that you need for the kinds of activity that you're looking to do.
Like traveling. If you're killing time on a plane or train, you'll need
great battery life, noise canceling, and transparency mode features.
CR suggests models from One More and Sonos. Taking in the sights or taking a jog, look for a pair that can handle exposure from the elements, has a good fit, and offers transparent or ambient mode.
I want to hear those cars, the dogs, etc. around me, the bikes, the scooters.
Consider this model from Shocks. Finally, at the gym, you'll want headphones with
secure fit, noise canceling, because I want to block all that noise around me, and a great IP rating, so when I sweat, it's not going to damage the headphones.
CR likes these models from LG and Sennheiser. CR suggests trying headphones on first if possible, or at least checking a retailer's return policy before buying. This is Marcy Whalen.
To a quick update, a Monona officer is injured after his squad car was rear-ended yesterday. The crash occurred just before 11 p.m. last night. An officer was stopped at a red light on Fish Hatchery Road when their squad car was rear-ended by a minivan. The officer had non-life-threatening head injuries and was taken to a local hospital where they were treated and released. The driver of the minivan was cited. Thankfully, they were not under the influence. Mortgage rates plunged to the lowest level in over a year on Friday. That dip came after a weaker than expected employment report. According to Mortgage News Daily, the popular 30-year fixed mortgage dropped to 6.4%. That is the lowest rate since April of 2023. The drop is dramatic because it started the week at 6.8%. And the 15-year fixed rate hits its lowest rate since May of 2023. It went down to 5.89%. And now let's get a look at your First Warn forecast with meteorologist Blaze Keller. Blaze, what should they expect heading into the work week?
Well, we have an alert day as we kick off our next work week for maybe 1 or 2 severe thunderstorms. We have a slight risk across a good portion of the News 3 Now coverage area. Looking at a start time as early as 3 o'clock and lasting through maybe as late as those early morning hours on Tuesday, but possibly ending by about 11, if not midnight, going into your Tuesday. There's that marginal risk for severe weather in the green, so that's mainly Dells northwards, and then south of the Dells in the yellow, that's where we find the slight risk. So slightly better conditions for maybe a handful more severe thunderstorms. Overall, though, this is on the lower end of the severe weather outlooks outlined by the Storm Prediction Center. We find green and brown indicating a 2 and 5% chance for an isolated weak tornado. While that's on the lower end of the scale, we have seen even earlier this year upwards of 3 tornadoes touching down in a 2% in that green threat. So it doesn't matter how low necessarily the tornado threat is, we will still potentially see an isolated weak tornado. So make sure that you're staying with News 3 Now throughout the day on Monday. We will, of course, keep you covered. If you haven't done so already, download our news and or weather app. You get alerts sent directly to your phone if warnings are issued for where you live. Strong winds and large hail most likely going to be our greatest threats on Monday, in addition to minor flooding, because this is going to bring a lot of rain to an already saturated central and southern Wisconsin. Now, Future Track wants to bring in some showers and thunderstorms overnight. I think if we do see any of those, especially the thunderstorms, they should stay non-severe. But let's focus on Monday, because we're going to watch as a lot of cloud cover sticking around through the morning and into the early afternoon. Not great, to be honest, if you want to see severe weather. You want those clouds to clear on out. The clouds going further into the day is going to lessen our chances for severe weather, but not necessarily get rid of that threat completely, because the center of this low pressure system is going to be moving through Wisconsin. So we have that extra that extra forcing of the air through the atmosphere to get some of these showers and thunderstorms going. It looks like we'll stay quiet through maybe about 6 o'clock, and then we see the formation of those showers, thunderstorms, and maybe a few severe thunderstorms, particularly along the warm front. So we're going to watch carefully where that sets up. And then as we go into the overnight hours, we'll still see showers and thunderstorms, maybe some strong wind gusts and hail with these, but the further we go overnight into your Tuesday, the less we're going to see that severe thunderstorm threat. So stay with News 3 Now. We'll keep you updated. In the meantime, it's going to be a hot and humid evening as we only settle into the 70s. We're quiet right now. The showers are still well off to our west. 70s and 80s for temperatures not only across central and southern Wisconsin, but into Dane County as well. We're still at 80 in McFarland, Middleton, 81 in Madison. Your 7 and 10 day forecast, we're looking at that alert day for your Monday. And then we cool down as we head into your Tuesday into those low 70s. But once we clear out the clouds, we add back some temperature, some warmth a little bit, mid to upper 70s Wednesday through that following weekend. Stay with News 3 Now. We'll be right back.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
This election is about experience and who can find middle ground with people from both parties to get things done for workers and families. I've done that, and I'll do it again for us in Congress. I'm Katrina Shankland. I approve this ad, and I'm asking for your vote.
Okay, 500 deluxe garden gnomes. Wow.
I only meant to order 5. There's not enough money in my account for these. I'm gonna get charged.
2 things I just can't deal with: overdraft charges and garden gnomes. But your BMO Smart Advantage checking account gives you an extra day to avoid an overdraft fee.
Nice to see a bank cutting people some slack.
Well, mistakes happen, and we give you time to correct them.
So you don't like gnomes, huh? What about that one?
That one I like a lot.
BMO. Champion's Big Window Sale is back.
Do you have ugly, hard-to-open, drafty windows? Now is the best time to buy new Champion windows, because when you buy 2, you get 2 free. Buy 2 Champion windows, get 2 free? I guess that means if you buy 4, you get 4 free. Buy 6, get 6 free. Buy 10, get 10 free.
Hurry, Champion's Buy 2, Get 2 free sale is for a limited time.
Great job, everybody. Thanks.
Call 888-4CHAMPION or schedule your free in-home estimate online today.
I became a nurse to make lives better. Today, that's hard to do because of the open border. I've seen firsthand the damage that Kamala Harris caused as our country's borders are. Hospitals everywhere are overwhelmed, and American patients are paying the price. My patients are covering the healthcare costs for people here illegally while their own care is jeopardized. Kamala Harris is weak and dangerous.
Preserve America PAC is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Chevy lets you begin every day fully charged, so you can go farther. And so can your money. Tow with confidence. Plus, stay connected with available OnStar technology. For summer adventures, Chevy's got you. Get $5,750 total value on this Silverado LT when you trade in an eligible vehicle. That's 10% below MSRP. Chevrolet, the #1 selling brand in Wisconsin.
These were my great-grandpappy's glasses. And now they're yours, son.
Why can't I just get my own?
No, these have at least a few hundred years left in them.
I think the kid needs his own. Get 2 pairs of glasses and a free eye exam for $79, all same day.
Yeah, I want my own.
Stanton Optical. Easy's our thing.
Would you hire a barber who's never cut hair before? So why send someone to Congress who's never held public office and never passed a single bill? I'm Katrina Shankland. I approve this message because we need an experienced Congresswoman. Right, Jed?
night was Packers Family Night, an open practice that signals the unofficial start to the season. And the first time the first time this season that fans could pack Lambeau. And as you'd expect, Jordan Love was hucking touchdowns, but the best part of the night by far shows exactly why Packers Family Night is just so special. In front of more than 60,000 fans, check out this little guy. He was challenged to catch 3 punts in a row without dropping any of them, and he did. It's incredible. The Packers swarmed him, and they also talked afterwards about just how special the entire night is.
Fun, you know, it's like game night, having a stadium filled. Oh, man, you know, we're going against each other, so the fans going for everybody, so it's nice.
I'm just thankful, man, you know, just to get thousands of fans to come out to a practice. I mean, I don't think any other team is doing that, so it's just a blessing.
Brewers looking to rebound and win the series in Washington, but the Nationals rookie James Wood had other plans. Nats already leading 1-0, and Wood whacks a bases-clearing triple. This guy, along with Jackson Chourio, are going to be so much fun to watch for a long time to come. The power and speed are undeniable. The Brewers would get a few back on this Gary Sanchez homer in the 8th, but it wouldn't be enough. Brewers lose 4-3 is your final score. As the Olympics roll on, so does Team USA. They lead the Olympics in terms of total medals, and that lead just keeps growing. A pair of former Badgers are looking to get another, but first they've got to make it to the quarterfinals, and a win over France in volleyball would do just that. Dana Rettke popping out in Paris, while Lauren Carlini is still injured. Coaches say that she's close to her return and hope to have her back for the medal round. As for this one, it was all stars and stripes. Look at that spike from Kat Plummer. There is no stopping that. And even if there's still a few matches away from that gold medal game, this start is absolutely terrific. They sweep France 3-0 and advance to the quarters. The self-proclaimed fastest man in the world lived up to the hype at the Olympics today. Noah Lyles in the 100-meter dash reached a top speed of 27.1 miles an hour and won by about as small of a margin as you'll find, but won nonetheless, and he's probably not done winning in these games. To the golf course, where the year of Scottie Scheffler, it continued. Scheffler was remarkable in today's final round, shooting 9 under, tying a course record. He becomes the first golfer to win the Masters and an Olympic medal in the same year. And for a guy that doesn't show much emotion, that about says it all. And earlier when I said Team USA is running away with the medal count, I meant it. They are tied for first in gold medals with China, but have a whopping 71 total medals, 26 more than the next most country. We'll be right back.
The one thing Kamala Harris has always been: fearless. As a prosecutor, she put murderers and abusers behind bars. As California's Attorney General, she went after the big banks and won $20 billion for homeowners. And as vice president, she took on the big drug companies to cap the cost of insulin for seniors. Because Kamala Harris has always known who she represents.
This campaign is about who we fight for. We believe in a future where every person has the opportunity not just to get by, but to get ahead. Where every senior can retire with dignity. But Donald Trump wants to take our country backward, to give tax breaks to billionaires and big corporations and end the Affordable Care Act. But we are not going back.
I'm Kamala Harris, and I approve this message.
The Sun Prairie Sweet Corn Festival runs August 14th through the 18th. The famous 80 tons of steamed corn, rolled in butter and lightly salted, is served Saturday and Sunday only. Visit sunprairiecornfest.com for complete details and hotel discounts.
I'm so happy. I just put this dress on that I haven't worn in over 10 years.
This summer, feel confident from head to toe with Sono Bello Permanent Fat Removal and get summer body ready in just one visit.
I saw the results immediately. It's the best I have felt since I was in my 20s.
My waist is tiny. I'm very, very happy.
I'm nearly 50, y'all, and my abs haven't been this flat since before I had kids.
For a limited time, take advantage of Sono Bello's biggest sale of the year. Sono Bello's board-certified surgeons use micro-laser technology to safely target and remove your diet-resistant fat cells for good on your stomach, hips and thighs, back, and so much more.
It will change your life. It did for me. I can't wait till the summertime hit. Hot Mom Summer, here I come.
Call 1-800-905-6520 now or go to sonobello.com to claim special pricing.
You'll soon vote on 2 misleading constitutional amendments. They're designed to trick voters into eliminating checks and balances in our government. It's a power grab to give the MAGA politicians in the legislature the sole power to distribute emergency funding. They gerrymander, deny elections, and push abortion bans. Don't give MAGA politicians the sole power. Vote no to questions 1 and 2.
Experience the Channel 3000 News app today. Tailored for your news the way you want it. With a customizable home page and faster page loads. Download the Channel 3000 News app. Powered by News 3 Now. In the 608. Weekdays only on News 3 Now this morning.
So, Andrew, just a couple more days of the Olympics left. What event or sport are you looking forward to as we enter the latter days of the Olympics?
I'm personally really excited to watch the quarterfinals for basketball. Team USA is going to keep doing their things for both men and for women. The women on a historic streak. I want to say something like 82, but they haven't lost since 1992. So expect that to keep happening.
Definitely looking forward to that. Quick check of the forecast before we head on out.
Yeah, you know, we've got that threat for severe weather tomorrow, a planner from the morning through about 6 o'clock at night. Morning showers and thunderstorms possible, but it's going to be the afternoon activity that could bring us that severe weather. We have a marginal and slight risk there. Your 10-day forecast, though, after Tuesday, quiet with more mild temperatures arriving really Tuesday, low 70s for highs.
All right, well, sounds good. Thank you, Blaze, and thank you, Andrew. And thank you all for joining us. Thank you for making it a great evening.